Okay, so today we're going to look at 1.2 linear equations and rational equations. So just looking off, or starting off with solving a linear equation, we want to start by distributing. So we have 2 times the quantity x minus 3. We're going to distribute that 2. So we have 2x minus 2 times 3 is 6, minus 17 equals 13. And now we're going to distribute the negative 3 into the parentheses, and we get negative 3x minus 6. We're going to combine like terms. So on the left-hand side, negative 6 minus 17 gives us a negative 23, which equals, and then 13 minus 6 gives us 7 minus the 3x. Now we want to get the variable moved to the same side. So I'm going to add 3x and move it to the left. So now we have 5x minus 23 equals 7. And then we're going to add 23 to the right-hand side, so that way we have our variable on the left and our number on the right. And then to get x by itself, we're going to divide by 5. So x equals 6. Okay, looking at B. So here we have a lot more parentheses and brackets. Remember, brackets are the same thing as a parentheses, so we're just distributing. And the key thing here is we always want to work inside out. So we have 45 minus the quantity of 4 minus 2y minus 4 times the quantity y plus 7 equals negative 4 times the quantity 1 plus 3y minus the quantity of 4 minus 3 times the quantity y plus 2 minus 2 times the quantity 2y minus 5. So on the left-hand side, if we look inside the brackets, we want to start by distributing this negative 4 inside those parentheses. So 45 minus quantity of 4 minus 2y, and then distribute. So negative 4 times y gives us negative 4y, and negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. Okay. Now on the right-hand side, I'm going to wait to distribute this. You can distribute it on this first step if you want, totally up to you. But I want to work inside of these brackets. So we have 4. Let's distribute this negative 3. So we have negative 3y minus 6. And distribute the negative 2. So we have negative 4y plus 10. So now we want to combine like terms inside of our brackets. So that 45 is still hanging out, minus the quantity. Okay, let's combine our variables first. So negative 2y minus 4y, which gives us negative 6y. And 4 minus 28 gives us negative 24. And then I'm going to leave this first part alone, minus the quantity, and let's combine like terms again. So starting with our variables, negative 3y minus 4y is negative 7y. And then 4 minus 6 is negative 2. And negative 2 plus 10 is 8. Okay, so now that we've simplified the inside of the brackets the most we can, we're going to distribute. So remember, when we just have a negative in the front, it's like we have a negative 1. So we have 45. Distribute our negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 6y is a positive 6y. Negative 1 times negative 24 is a positive 24. Equals, okay, go ahead and distribute into our parentheses now. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 3y is negative 12y. Change this to be a negative 1. Distribute again. Negative 1 times negative 7y is a positive 7y. And negative 1 times 8 is a negative 8. So now we're going to combine like terms. So 6y is by itself. 45 plus 24 gives us 69. And then on the right-hand side, negative 12y plus 7y gives us negative 5y. And negative 4 minus 8 is negative 12. Okay, so if we go ahead and move our variables to the left, so I'm going to add 5y because it's negative, and 6y plus 5y, I'm going to write that over here to the right, gives us 11y plus 69 equals negative 12. Okay, now I'm going to subtract the 69 to the right-hand side. So we have 11y equals negative 81. Divide both sides by 11. And that gives us y equals negative 81 over 11. So one thing I want you to be careful about, I prefer you to leave things as fractions, and on your homework, make sure you're reading. There's going to be a little script underneath the box, and it will tell you how it wants your answer written. Most of the time, it will want a simplified fraction. Okay. All right. Now, if we look at solving a linear equation with fractions, remember we always want to multiply to get rid of the fractions. We're going to multiply by the least common multiple. Okay. So if we look at this first example, x plus 2 divided by 4 minus x minus 1 divided by 3 equals 2. To find our least common multiple, we're going to look at our denominators. Okay, so if we have 4 and 3, our least common multiple is going to be those two multiplied together, which gives us 12. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a 12 above every term, and that's what we're multiplying by. So if we multiply, the easiest thing to do is reduce. So 12 divided by 4, and we're left with 3. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3 times the quantity x plus 2 minus, and then again, 12 divided by 3 leaves us with 4. So minus 4 times the quantity x minus 1 equals, we have no fraction on the right-hand side, so we have nothing we can get rid of. So we're just going to leave it as 2 times 12. Okay, now we're going to distribute. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. Then distribute again. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 1 is a positive 4. And 2 times 12 is 24. Combine like terms. 3x minus 4x is a negative x, or a negative 1x, however you want to write it. 6 plus 4 gives us 10. That equals 24. We're going to subtract 10 so we can get our variable by itself. So negative x equals 24 minus 10 is 14. So if a negative x equals 14, we know a positive x equals a negative 14. Okay, so now looking at b, now we have some variables in our denominator. So we have 1 over x equals 1/5 plus 3 over 2x. So again, we want to find our least common multiple or our least common denominator, however you want to think about it. The key thing is we never want to repeat anything. So see how we have x on 2 of our denominators? We're not going to repeat that. So here, our least common multiple, we have x times 5. And then we're only going to multiply by 2 because we don't need to repeat the x again. So our least common multiple is 10x. So we're going to multiply everything by 10x. What's nice about this is it's going to eliminate our variables in the denominator because x divided by x goes away, and we're left with 10 times 1, which equals 10x divided by 5. Well, 10 divided by 5 is 2, so we're left with 2x, which will be multiplied by that 1, plus 10x divided by 2x is 5. So we're going to do 5 times 3. So 10 times 1 is 10. 2x times 1 is 2x. And 5 times 3 is 15. Just to get x by itself, we're going to subtract 15. So 10 minus 15 is negative 5, which equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals negative 5 halves. All right, and C. X divided by x minus 3 equals 3 times the quantity x minus 3 plus 9. So if we look at our least common multiple between our denominators, it's just x minus 3. So if we multiply every term by x minus 3, what's nice here is these are all going to cancel out. So we're left with x equals 3 plus 9 times the quantity x minus 3. Distribute, so we have x equals 3 plus 9 times x is 9x, and 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. Combine like terms, so x equals 9x minus 24. Subtract 9x to the left-hand side. So negative 8x equals negative 24. Divide both sides by negative 8. So x equals 3. So the one thing we have to be careful about when we have variables in our denominator is that we check to make sure that if we plug it back in, it works. Okay, so if we plug x equals 3 back into our denominator, we would get 0. So if we plug this in, we'd have 3 over 3 minus 3 equals 3 over 3 minus 3 plus 9. But 3 minus 3 is 0. And we can't divide by 0. So this becomes not possible. Which means x cannot equal 3. So we have no solution. And this is called an inconsistent equation.